All right, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, as always, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations and blessings to the hopeful members of the elect scattered throughout the four winds of the earth. All right, that believe wholeheartedly in the true doctrine of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is being pushed throughout the four winds of the earth for in hope of mercy and salvation during the time of Jacob's trouble, as well as when Yahweh Shai returns to the planet Earth. All right. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to call this video. Lord will, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Ratazah. It's not flagged or anything of that nature. But the shenanigans of Esau, all right, his wicked devices are starting to show forth more abundantly and abundantly. Okay, this is a video that I caught wind of a few days ago. I told myself I was going to do a video to it, and Lord will, there's edification and exhortation that comes from this. This is from the channel A Call for an Uprising. All right, he's always going in, bringing out different information. Now, this information here is actually I believe he's an ex-military man, or he possibly still is in the military, just undergoing different things with his body. He doesn't say in this video that he drunk that Kool-Aid, but him still being in the service, we know that, that's exactly what happened. All right, the Kool-Aid was drank, and I believe this is the results, that Esau has, and this is probably going on with hundreds of millions of people, okay? What he's experiencing, and possibly different things with other people, depending on, what the person's body can handle, all right? Because that Kool-Aid was spiked, all right? It was spiked with some Everclear or whatever the hell, something very strong, but some people couldn't handle it, and a lot of people did. A lot of people couldn't handle it, and a lot of people could handle it within their bodies. And this is some of the results, all right, which is happening to this man, all right? I'm going to play this video, and then I'm going to get a couple of scriptures that I have. I'm not going to play the whole video. I'm going to play a little bit of what he's saying, and I'm going to skip over to what these Smiths, these modern day Smiths, are doing behind the scenes, okay? So let's, without any further ado, let's play this.
My name, I guess, isn't super important. I just wanted to talk to people or somebody about what's going on with me. I was an intelligence specialist in the military, and back when I was in the military, my eyesight was, I think, 10 or something, like crazy ridiculous, and I thought it was on a good side. But recently, my eyes have started to change or whatnot, so they've been getting blurry-ish the last 3 or 4 years, and I'm like, hey, I'm just getting old. So finally I went to the eye doctor, and I hadn't been there in a long time, and now she's told me that I need to go possibly see a specialist. And you can see on her swelling of my left eye, because it's kind of like turning almost into a weird snake eye. I don't know if you guys somebody of those comments. I'm sorry, I have my name covered up, but my eye is like going vertically. I don't know if you can see when I blink, but there's like a, I don't know, weird snakish. The weird thing about it is there's other stuff going on with my body that I don't understand, and I don't know if anybody else does, so I'll flip this around real quick. As promised, this is me. I said I was going to do a Mother's Day video of different, I guess, part of my body, since people want shapeshifter updates. You can see these portions where I go through and make things grow. Well, let me show an example first before I go into how it looks when it goes back down. So if you just film, pick any portion of my leg here. This is just my leg, nothing weird or whatnot. And just check this out. Again, this is the front part of my leg, not like a calf portion. We'll see how. Now I can make this start to pop up. A little bit higher. Starting to change. And it's my whole leg going. Flip it around. Now it's growing even more. Again, this is the front part of my leg, not my calf that's being flexed or something like that. And when it goes down, well, I guess I'll just do a different video so I can show that, but okay, sorry that my body's not like super in shape right now, but that's the other weird thing is anytime that I've worked out in my life, I always can get like ridiculously huge in a small amount of time, and I have pictures I can upload and show of me like in a 30-week different program, and I gain like 80 or 90 pounds. It's like weird, but right now on my body, it's like my joints are growing extra limbs, and you can see right here. I don't know if you can, I mean, this isn't some edit, Photoshop, or whatever. I can do it as fast as you want. But I'm growing like an extra arm at my elbow. It's not hurt, it's not bruised. I can touch it or whatnot. Same thing on the other side. Let's see if we can change. There we go. White background. You can see that's growing out there. My fingers and thumbs are getting weird. And my hands, if you notice, I can pop that out. And look at my thumb, that digit right there. And again, you can look on both sides. That's not some edit. That is me growing an extra finger or something. So I know what's going on with me and my body, and I don't know if there's other people like me out there, but if so, help.
All right, that's the first portion that I wanted to play. All right, as you can see, he's going through changes in his body. All right, his eyes, his joints, all right, are starting to protrude what appears to be knots. You know, like if you ever had a knot, if you ever banged your head, or you know what I'm saying, been hit in the head, normally you'll get a knot, and he's getting these at his joints. And then you saw his leg, all right? So we're going to fast forward a bit, and we're going to listen to the scientists that's going to tell you what they are actually doing behind the scenes, all right? And again, I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm going to just play a little bit of what they're talking about and how they using this nanotech, all right? And how how they able to bring it together with human tissue, with human genes. All right. And like I always say, man, this is technology that was given him from the left hand side. All right. Because this man didn't come up with this on his own. This is technology given him from the left hand side. I did a video entitled "And the Wicked for the Day of Evil." All right. He was given this technology because he is the wicked to bring about the day of evil that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has prescribed, all right, upon the entire earth, all right? And we're getting ready to see some things out here, man, okay? Daniel 12. We're getting ready to see some things out here that if you're not shielded and protected by the blood of Yahweh Shai, all right, protected in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, then you're going to be subject to whatever it is that's getting ready to go down, and it's not going to be pretty. All right, we're getting ready to see some shit out here, man. All right, now I'm going to take it forward a little bit to the scientists, the modern day Smith. All right.
Matrix. Control. The Matrix is a computer-generated drug built to keep us under control in order to change a human being into this. I work in the team of Case Decker, and I work on designing graphene nanopores to sequence DNA at a single molecule level. So the idea of DNA sequencing is to read the content of your genome. And what you want is a recorder that can read the sequence of your DNA, but for that you need a recorder that is not bigger than the size of a single base. So we are using graphene because graphene is only one little thing. So we are really doing high technology with very simple methods. So we take a piece of graphite here, we put the graphite onto the scotch tape, we extrude it once, we take a silicon wafer here, in which that we bring into contact with the graphene, we press hard, we end up with a piece of wafer that somewhere has a graphene layer. And then we bring that chip to a transmission electron microscope to build a nanopore into it. So then we take this chip, we flow on both sides a buffer, and on one side we inject the DNA molecule, and that's what we can record. There are still a few challenges to overcome, but all the technology I mentioned is in the size of this little chip here that could be used by a physician in his office to sequence the DNA of one of his patients in only a few minutes rather than a few days. To actually do.
We think of copper as being a very electrically conductive material. But graphene conducts electricity even better than copper. The reason that graphene conducts electricity so well is that the electrons can move fantastically fast. This gives graphene limitless applications, including conductive paints and inks, faster next-generation electronics, high-frequency devices, and more efficient batteries.
That we hadn't even thought of 10 years ago, even 5 years ago. Graphene throws all sorts of new challenges for completely new types of science to do. It's hard to think of another type of material in which you would have those sort of challenges for on a weekly, almost daily basis. That's what's really exciting about graphene. Graphene was first isolated and any of its properties were first identified by scientists working in the physics department at Manchester from 2004 onwards. What's happened over the last decade is there's been a big expansion of graphene work into my own department, which is chemistry, into material science, into the life sciences, and into engineering. Really, I think the advantage we have in Manchester is we have a lot of fundamental expertise. from the physics department in graphene, but we've got a kind of seamless transition of graphene from its very fundamental properties to the applications which are being explored. It might even be effectively sewn into somebody's skin. You can imagine that's science fiction. Because we're relying more and more on renewable energy, from wind, from the tide, from the sun, then we need ways of storing that energy. And how do you store that energy? Well, essentially, giant amounts of batteries and supercapacitors are feasible ways of storing that energy, but we need to improve the technology, and graphene can really make a difference there. Effectively sewn into somebody's skin. You can imagine that's science fiction, but I can't see why that wouldn't happen in the future.
Hexagonal lattice of carbon atoms called graphene is single atom thick but stronger than steel. It conducts electricity and heat efficiently and has been slowly realizing its potential as a game changer. Kostya Novoselov, who won the Nobel Prize for his work on graphene, says one great application is in communications, because graphene is completely transparent and can transmit information via optical circuits incredibly quickly and efficiently.
It just allows you to push the signal processing into the optical domains, and honestly, I don't think any other material apart from graphene can do the same, can change its optical state at the same pace. So I think that's really one of the most exciting and at the same time realistic applications.
Lightweight graphene can be easily incorporated into everything from shoes to clothing to cars, and that will make them strong, flexible, and smart. And its ability to move in...
I mean, you get the gist, all right? I mean, I don't want to play all of the video, but I will place this link in the description box, all right, so that you can continue to watch it. But you see the type of technology that these heathens are using, all right? You see what they're doing, all right? And this is nothing more but left-hand energy from on high used through these Edomites, all right? Because it's these Edomites that's dibbing and dabbing and doing these things, okay? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 6. It says, "For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity." And that's this man's, his heart is constantly to work iniquity, man. He won't stop, all right? He will not stop thinking of mischief and iniquity in ways to put you tribes down, man. And anybody else who's in the way of him accomplishing, basically eradicating the nation of Israel, because that's what it's all about, man. All right? And this is why we told you, going back to 2020, don't drink his Kool-Aid, man. And a lot of you have drunk the Kool-Aid, and you walking around, all right, ready to be operated. Okay? A lot of you are already being operated. You know? Because you drunk the Kool-Aid of this vile person known as Esau Edom. Okay? That's what's going on. You drunk this Kool-Aid and now you through. Okay? Let's look up this. Let me finish this. It says to practice hypocrisy and to utter error against the Lord. All right? Because he's basically trying to with him dibbing and dabbing with all this technology and putting it in this and putting it in that, putting it in people. He's saying that the Heavenly Father's creation is faulty, all right? So he's uttering error against the Most High, man, all right? To make empty the soul of the hungry. And as you saw my man in the beginning, you could tell he's an empty soul, all right? And he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. All right, I want to look up a word, and then I'm going to read verse 7. All right, let's look up this word villainy. Okay, the vile person shall speak villainy, senselessness, folly. And that's what you heard, them damn devils. That's all senseless, man. For what? What are you trying to do with all that, man? What are you trying to do with this graphene? Which they already doing it. Okay? Disgraceful folly of immorality profane actions, and that's what this. That's exactly what describes this man and his all of his agendas. All right. You know, profane actions, man. Disgrace, contumely disgrace. Down here in the Strong's definition, it says foolishness, morally foolish, wickedness, concrete, a crime, by extension, punishment. All right, and what he's doing is literally a crime. Okay, and he's gonna pay. The Heavenly Father Yahweh through His Son Yahweh Shai is gonna make this man pay. It tells you in Revelation 9 that neither they repented, for they're murderers, because what he's doing is murdering people. All right. Eventually, these people will die. All right. Eventually, they're gonna die because he gave them that Kool-Aid. All right. And the Kool-Aid was set up to kill them. All right. First, to kill them, as many as possible, and then those that it doesn't kill, for him to have control over them and then kill them. Okay? So let's go back. Verse 7 is the point I want. It says, the instruments also of the churl are evil. All right? Is that not an instrument, an evil instrument, which we just watched? Okay, this man's his science are evil instruments, all right, against the poor. He's constantly in that laboratory concocting ways to further mess shit up. Okay? Let's go to the Strongs here. All right, let's look up this word churl. Scoundrel, knave. All right, what's a scoundrel? Let's look that up, man. Cause you people don't really believe what the elect do, but this man is on some. He's on some next level wickedness. All right, he's on some next level wickedness. Let's look that up. All right. Scoundrel, base, mean, worthless fellow. All right. Do we got to go to the book of Daniel? The Most High set this base man up. All right. Let's get that real quick. Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. So what is this saying? That the Most High is allowing this man. The Most High is in rule in the kingdom of men. All right? So he allowed this man, and he's given this man this type of technology. Okay? It says, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men, which is Esau Edom, this scoundrel. All right? The Most High set this man up over the planet Earth right now, Job 9:24. And he's doing scoundrel ass shit pursuant to this video here. All right? He's the scoundrel that the Bible is speaking of. He's the base man. Okay? Let's look up this word knave next. See what this says. We're going to read the rest of that scoundrel, but let me copy this. All right, let's go back to scoundrel. Base, mean, worthless fellow, a word of unknown origin, Century Dictionary, citing skeet, makes it perhaps ultimately from the source of shun. Another suggestion is Anglo-French. Well, that's pretty much it. It don't give you too much more. But let's look up this word knave. Okay. look this word up. Knave. A boy. Male child, male servant. And that's what Esau is, man. He's a big ass child in his laboratory messing with shit. All right? That's exactly what he is, man. All right? It says boy servant. It is also probably related to Old English boy, youth, servant. Servant boy. A youth servant. Middle high, a young squire. Squire, shield bearer. All right? Stick, piece of wood. You know, that's basically, pretty much it. But he's a little ass kid in these laboratories messing with shit. All right? And having these, he's trying out all these experiments. All right? And he's causing and wreaking havoc on the planet Earth, man. All right? That's what he's doing. Okay? Let's go back. Well, I think I need to read a little more on this. Let me see. Churl. Yes, that's it. Wait. Fraudulent, deceitful, and crafty. All right? Because that juice, that Kool-Aid that he gave everybody was fraudulent, it was deceitful, and he did it in a crafty manner. All right? Hundreds upon hundreds of millions of people. All right? He got to drink the Kool-Aid with the nano bits. It says, the instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words. He was all on TV telling you how good the Kool-Aid was. You need to try this Kool-Aid. It'll save your life. All right? Even when the needy speaketh right. All right? And this is why King David prayed, all right, for deliverance from these damn devils, man, from these wicked scoundrels, all right? This is why, because King David was also a prophet, all right? And he had the insight on what type of shit they will be doing in the future, in our time, all right? Psalm 64, verse 1. It says, to the chief musician, the Psalm of David, hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Okay? Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. All right? And they've been shooting at us since they've been in power, man. And they've been doing it in secret. There's so many scandalous ass acts that they've done against the children of Israel. It ain't even funny. All right? Whole cities buried. First they destroyed and then buried and then put water over so they can do away with the evidence. All the scientific experiments that they used to do on so-called Negroes and Latinos without the complicated technology that they have now. No anesthesia. They should do these type of experiments on our people, man. They've been studying you since they've had control of you. All right? Since they've had you in their custody. And still, all right? Verse 5, it says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. All right? What's this evil matter? We just watched a little bit of their evil matters, man. Okay? This is a part of their evil matters. And this comes with the C-hip. All right? Because that's the end goal with their left hand energy. All right? What they're trying to do throughout the entire planet Earth. They want to put the C-hip inside you, the charagma. All right? And then right along with this other Kool-Aid that's in your bloodstream, you're gonna be a cyborg for these demons. Totally dependent on them for everything. Okay? So the scriptures ain't lying, man. The scriptures do not lie. It says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. Let's look up a little bit of this, man. Let's see if we can get a little more in depth with this. All right, they encourage. Let's see what this says. The Hebrew word is kazak. All right, to strengthen, prevail, harden, be strong. All right, be contagious, firm, grow firm, resolute. All right. So they basically, got a strong. Let's see down here. It says to fasten upon, hence to seize, be strong, courageous, causatively, strengthen, cure, help, repair, fortify. Which we know Esau ain't here to help, to repair or to fortify in a righteous manner. It's all for his gain, which is a wicked manner. That's why it says in an evil matter. Let's go back. Okay, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. All right, we know what the word evil means. Let's look up the word matter. Speech, word, speaking, thing, gabar. That's the Hebrew word there. Speech, saying, utterance, words, business, occupation, acts, matter, case, something, manner. All right. And what he's saying to the people, come get the Kool-Aid. He's telling the people that this type of technology is best. All right. We're reaching new heights, and we're doing this and we're doing that, but it's all for evil. All right. It's all for evil, man. Okay. It says the instruments also of the Torah are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy. I'm sorry, I'm reading this again, but I'm going to go back to Psalm 64. I had to read it again. The instruments also of the Torah are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. And this is his wicked. This is what King David was talking about. His wicked devices. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. All right. Psalm 64 and 5 again. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. All right. They looking to trap you up in a secret way. Secretly, they said, come drink this Kool-Aid. It's real sweet, natural flavors. It'll save your life. It'll help boost your, your defense mechanisms. But all in all, it was a wicked device, all right, to snare you up secretly. All right, they say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. All right, this is a diligent search, man. What they're doing. Putting things under microscope, seeing how it reacts to this, seeing how it interacts with that. Okay? That's a diligent search right there. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. All right? But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And their own tongue is falling upon themselves. All right? You had the World Council Health Organization. All right? If you look it up, they are calling for immediate stop making the Kool-Aid and stop taking the Kool-Aid. Immediately. They did this. I read about this a day ago. All right, let me see if I got it pulled up on here. Okay, they immediately are calling for the halt of this Kool-Aid being served. It's not on that. Matter of fact, let me look it up real quick. Probably won't get much. Yeah, this is it right here. And this was back in February. All right? They've been calling for what? You can read it there. Okay? Why so? Why they calling to halt this thing? All right? Again, the instruments of the churl, all right, are cruel. Okay? This man is it's getting ready to go down out here, man. But the Lord is gonna protect the elect, and He's gonna shoot at this damn devil. All right? It says, so they shall, verse 8, Psalm 64 and 8, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And this is how, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, pointing us to these different alternative medias, all right? Certain key words we putting in the computer to go into what this man is talking about. And you see a lot of his own telling on his ass, all right? Verse 9, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. All right? Because we're going to see the power of the Most High stop this devil. All right? Because that's the only way this man is going to be stopped, is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. So that was just a real quick, I just wanted to bring that out, this information, and I'll place this link in the description box for you to check out the rest of this video, because it's pretty, the information is vast and it's mind-blowing, man, and he shows a few different movie clips to where they have this tech, all right? So at the end of the day, man, all we can do is trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai all the way into the end, and hold fast to that which we have, and in hopes that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, when he comes, is going to have mercy upon us. So call halal Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Lord will, this was edifying and exhorting to the hopeful elect. It's on to the next video. Shalom.